I've been asked to announce that there will be a Labour Youth meeting at the back of the hall at the close of this session. We move on now to motion number 16 to be proposed by the Labour Trade Union Group.
Adrian Kane, SIP2. Comrade Chair, comrades. This motion concerns the decision by the last government to increase the state retirement age to 68 by the year 2028. Under the new legislation, the age at which you qualify for the state pension will increase incrementally in 2014 to age 66 and in 2021 to 67. So in effect, anybody born after 1960 will not now receive a state pension until age 68. The changes were not implemented against a backdrop of rioting in the street, as happened in France in 2010 when Sarkozy increased the retirement age from 60 to 62. The changes were introduced in the week the Troika rode into town, and the level of protest was minimal. Indeed, the lack of protest that has greeted austerity measure after austerity measure is a subject worthy of debate in its own right. For one, I don't like the condescending analysis that implies that our people are docile. Our history has been a proud history of sustained struggle. We do have, however, an unhealthy capacity to turn in on ourselves, and the anger that was palpable after the collapse of 2008 has in many respects given way to a sort of quiet desperation for a lot of our people. There are, on the face of it, some sound reasons for increasing the retirement age. Life expectancy is increasing at a staggering rate. It is projected that in 2028, even at a retirement age of 68, you would have 22 years of a retired life, the same length as at present with a retirement age of 65. But the proposal to increase the retirement age begs a wider debate about the fundamental nature of work. Marx famously described workers within the capitalist mode of production as wage slaves. And as wage slaves are our working lives forever to be extended, like Boxer and Animal Farm, worked till we are only fit for the knacker's yard, until the marrow is sucked from the bone. And on the other hand, this reductive interpretation of work does not take into account how our sense of identity is so utterly caught up with what we do. So much so that a lot of people find it impossible to come to terms with retirement. They are literally lost without work. On a very practical level, the new plans are fraught with anomalies and contradictions. Most workers' contracts of employment provide for a retirement age of 65. What are they now to do until age 68? Almost 50% of the population have no occupational pension. If they draw a job seeker's benefit or allowance, what overall saving is there to the state? There is also an increasing divide between the generations. Unemployment among young people is at staggering levels. While I'll accept that there is not an absolute finite number of jobs in any economy, surely an increase in the retirement age at this point in time will lessen the opportunities for younger people to find work. And what about workers in more physical work, construction workers? Are they also to be worked until they are 68? The measure was introduced in haste with absolutely no debate and no cost-benefit analysis. The motion calls on the reversal of the decision until a thorough and inclusive review of the proposals is initiated. I would ask you to support the motion, comrades. Thank you.